Hi there guys, Barry from Crackles vs Glass here, and today what I'm going to be doing essentially is having a second look at my Nexus 4. Now I've had the device now for nearly a month. I got it at the first week of February, and I have to say that overall I am very happy with it. Coming from the Galaxy Nexus beforehand, the device itself doesn't actually feel that much bigger when you line them up side by side. It's essentially the same height, if not a little bit shorter, and a tad bit wider. The actual thickness of the device, however, is a little bit thicker than I think the overall thickness of the Galaxy Nexus, so a little bit more bulky. In terms of the weight, it's very good, it's not too heavy, it feels like a very sturdy phone. And that brings me to probably my first point, which is it feels more sturdy, it's got a great construction, and I feel like it's definitely a very solid phone. But the other side of that is that because of some of the construction materials, for example the glass on the back, makes me feel like it's slightly more fragile and I want to take more care of it and I have to be more careful with it. So on one hand I have a very sturdy, quite well built device. On the other hand I have a device that I feel like could break instantly if I drop it. So quite contrasting opinions there. Again, following on with some slightly negative feedback about the design itself, I found that the volume buttons and the lock button on the side here are very difficult to locate and press. They're very flush with the body, and I find that I can't find them and press them when the phone is in my pocket, and even just holding it normally, the volume buttons can be quite difficult to find as my thumb pretty much covers the entire button and it feels just flush with the body. I don't know if this is just my Nexus 4 and perhaps the buttons on here are a little bit sunken, but that's definitely the experience I've got with this one. Moving on to some pluses, the speaker on the back compared to the Galaxy Nexus is very loud. It's much better than I would have anticipated, although the sound quality itself isn't great. The camera on the back is a miles improved over the Galaxy Nexus. It produces pretty good shots. Still, I don't think anywhere close to what the iPhone 5 is offering, but I would say it's potentially on par with something like the Galaxy S3. And the panoramic view, when you stitch photos together in something like the Street View-esque mode, it does produce some really nice shots. And especially if you use HDR, which produces some amazing pictures out of this. The microphone quality, from what I've heard on the other end of the phone, does sound pretty good from what I've heard. The earpiece up the top here, again, some people have said that it's quite quiet. I've actually found it to be quite good. I think one of the downsides is that because it's located pretty much at the very top of the device, it can actually be quite difficult to position on your ear properly. If you move it very slightly down your ear, you will actually completely miss the sound and it will be completely quiet, and you move up a centimetre and it's back again. So sound can be good out of this, but if you have it on the right position on your head, if that makes sense. Now, as you may or may not notice, I've still got these protective screens on the back and the front here, and that's just simply because I haven't had time to purchase other ones. I've actually got on order at the moment two different types. I've got a glossy and an anti-glare matte finish screen protector for the front and the back. And when I get those, I'll be looking at how they look on the device and be doing a video on those as well. I have noticed though, and I don't know if this is going to be a continuing issue or if it's a fault of some kind, the headphone jack crackles a very slight amount, and it did do for the first time since I've had the device for about a month. It did it the first time yesterday, and I've had to rejigger the headphones in there to stop it doing it. I don't know whether that's a fault developing or not, but I'll keep you posted on that. So I think overall, the Nexus 4 is a great device, and I still think it's pretty much the best Android phone you can buy, especially for the price. And I suggest if you are going to get it unlocked because it is so cheap, and sell whatever phone you've got now, and I guarantee you'll probably be able to make the cost up. So the Nexus 4, definitely a recommend and a buy. I love it, and yeah, if I come across any issues or any specific updates which I feel like you guys should know, I'll definitely let you know. So this is Barry taking my last sort of review look at the Nexus 4, and definitely a recommend to buy. I'll